Hey everyone, I wanted to do a really quick video talking about some very exciting news. I was actually going to do a video speculating over whether this film would actually happen or not, but I just got the news this past weekend, which I'm very excited about, so I definitely had to make a video to share that about you. And if you haven't already guessed, this news is about the creature from the Black Lagoon. Now, many of you probably know that Universal is rebooting their monsters movies. Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein, The Mummy is the one coming out here in just a couple months, which there was the original Mummy in 1931, and then there's the Brendan Fraser Mummy, and now we're getting another Mummy. So there's been plenty of Mummy movies, there's been plenty of Frankenstein movies, plenty of Wolfman movies. I've got the Anthony Hopkins Benicio del Toro version right here, which I don't know. I honestly don't know the critical reaction to that film, but it was, I really enjoyed it. It was a very updated, brutal version of the original, but it did take more so in the past. It was a period piece. It was well done. So Universal kind of rebooting their monsters movies and doing remakes and sequels of all kinds is really nothing new. The one thing that is new is apparently this will be a verse, meaning that the new Mummy movie and the following films will somehow connect and tie together. I don't really understand that. I really don't know what that means. I just can't really imagine how all of those monsters would come together in one film. I don't know if I get that just quite yet, but hopefully this Mummy film does well, so that we can get more of these monster movies, hopefully done right, hopefully still in the vein of the originals, but updated. As I just said, all of those movies have gotten reboots and sequels throughout the, gosh, those movies came out over 80 years ago originally. That's crazy. So nearly within close to a century, they have gotten plenty of reboots, sequels, remakes, reimaginings, plenty of material, plenty of content out there since then. But as far as I know, the one movie of the Universal Monster series that did not ever get a remake of any kind, or it did get two sequels, which I'll talk about here in a second, was Creature from the Black Lagoon. Those movies are iconic. I do believe the creature face is iconic. Apple, in their new commercial about stickers, one of the faces is the Creature from the Black Lagoon face, but it never got any kind of revamp throughout the decades. But now we just got confirmation that Beall will be writing the script for the new Creature from the Black Lagoon movie. We have no idea when it's going to come out, who the director is, what the story is. No details like that, no preliminary details like that, except this minute detail that just came out that Beall will be penning the script for the new Creature from the Black Lagoon film. Which means that it'll be like close to 65 years, somewhere around there, since the original, which is a pretty long time. Disney is also doing this with their Disney films. They're just redoing their animated films into live action. These are live action films, but just updated. Most likely these will be in color, although it would be interesting to include a black and white version, since all of those were released in black and white. Something interesting is the Creature from the Black Lagoon was released in 3D. So I wonder if this creature will also be in 3D. Sadly, I've never seen the 3D version. I do have it. I don't have a format to view it on, but that would be really interesting. The creature is my favorite out of the series, as I did say, and Beall is also penning the script for Aquaman, which comes out in 2018. He also did Gangster Squad, which I have not seen yet, but I look forward to seeing. And apparently the current television show for Training Day, not this movie right here, just the TV show. So it's cool that he's kind of doing Aquaman, which has to do with a man in the water, and this has to do with a creature in the water. So that's good to hear, and hopefully that works for his favor. Also, as I mentioned, this right here is all three films. The Creature from the Black Lagoon came out in 1954. Revenge of the Creature came out in 55, and The Creature Walks Among Us came out in 56. Now, there is no word at all whether The Creature will be getting a sequel or another sequel to make this, to redo the trilogy. I don't know if that would be the right move. I think kind of remaking the original film would work, except kind of giving it more character depth and story depth, and especially tuning up that ending would definitely be hopefully what they'll do with this new film. It would be interesting to know if they're going to go for a trilogy like they did with this. It's highly doubtful they'll all be shot back to back though, and come out 54, 55, 56 that quick. But hopefully if they do, I really don't want them to remake the story. I think the story for the sequel could be very, very interesting though, especially in light of the recent Jurassic World. It's possible maybe that could even be a competitor with Jurassic World 2, since they do have very similar storylines in a way. Not the storyline for Jurassic 2, I have no idea what that is, but I'm talking about for Jurassic World. So that could be interesting if they could somehow really capitalize and work on that. I don't think they should remake the story for the third film. So if they're going to do new films, bring in elements from the original and then go from there, maybe make a new trilogy. I'm really excited about that. This Creature film, I'm guessing it will come towards the end of this MonsterVerse series, because Frankenstein, The Mummy, and Dracula all came out at the very, very beginning, like 31, 32. So they came out over 20 years before The Creature. And so The Creature is considered kind of the tail end of that original black and white monster series, which I do have right up here. There it is. Yes. As you can see, there's The Creature. So as far as I know, all of these movies are probably going to be remade and put into this MonsterVerse somehow. So this is a great Universal Monsters, The Essential Collection. This is going to be redone almost a century later, it seems like. Less than that, though. That's a little bit exaggerative. But I am really excited to see what they do with The Mummy first. I will be revisiting The Mummy, this very original film. I will do a review over that, and possibly a review over Brendan Fraser's film. They're very different. It looks like this one is going to be different than Fraser's film, a little similar as in action oriented. So I will be doing reviews of all of these films before their brand new counterparts come out. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much, guys. Of course, stay tuned into Silver Screen Guide. We will be updating with more creature news, with more monster movie news of that Universal series as soon as we know it, because I am a massive fan of The Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's always been my favorite ever since I was young. So make sure to stay tuned at silverscreenguide.wordpress.com. Follow us on social media. Subscribe to the YouTube page. Give this video a thumbs up if hopefully you learned something about the series. And if you enjoy more content from us, I really try and get, we try to get content out when we can, but me and Alan are so busy with college right now. Look for our Red Dragon review, which is the very end to our Hannibal Lecter retrospective series. That is up on Podbean and iTunes right now. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast. We do in-depth movie reviews. We really go into those films. And also with each series, we do a bonus episode. And those bonus episodes are only $1. It's not a lot of money at all, and you get really, really rich in-depth reviews. And any money really helps us out, because we are poor college kids. We're just doing this for fun. We do this because we love discussing films. I've always loved movies, especially these movies right here really got me into filmmaking and just loving classic films especially, and just, you know, bringing that into the new generation and not forgetting where we came from with filmmaking. storytelling. So thank you again for watching this video. Stay tuned for more news. Until next time.